Hello pilgrims! Today we are going to show you the stretch of the Camino de Santiago francés between Roncesvalles and Larrasoaña. There are 27 kilometers in which we are going to leave the Pyrenees area. We will reach the end of the stage passing through valleys, the Erro Pass, small villages and forests. And tomorrow we will reach the capital, Pamplona. Let's go! We leave Roncesvalles next to the road, where a sign indicates the distance to Santiago, 790 km. We are going to walk less, as this is a figure referring to the distance by road. This does not coincide with the actual length of the pilgrimage route, which is somewhat shorter. Then we take shelter in a captivating forest that stretches to the entrance of Burguete. If we have left early, this town is an ideal place to have breakfast. This village was chosen by Ernest Hemingway to rest during his trips to Navarra and the Sanfermines, and he liked to travel from here to the Irati River to fish for trout. On the left we pass the porticoed town hall and the parish church of San Nicolas de Bari with its Renaissance facade. Shortly after, we cross a stream over a footbridge and enter the Llanada de Burguete. Among extensive meadows, livestock and forests, we finally reach the local track that leads to Espinal, the largest town in the Erro Valley. We cross this town next to its sturdy houses with angled roofs. We turn left and leave this town to go to the top of Mezkiritz, where we cross the road with caution. Here the devout pilgrim usually prays next to the image of Our Lady of Roncesvalles. Following the signs of the Camino de Santiago, which is separated from the path that goes to the Altos de Revelú, we enter this fantastic beech forest after flanking a gate. Leaving the forest, we cross a riverbed and enter Linzoáin. In the Codex Callistinus, this town is mentioned as Bizkarretum, and thanks to its inns it could have been the end of the stage at the dawn of the pilgrimages. We progress parallel to the road and then cross it to reach Linzoáin, the geographical center and administrative capital of the valley. This town has a church, that of San Saturnino, which still preserves elements of its Romanesque origin. At the exit of Linzoáin we start the ascent to the Erro Pass. In the first part we have the steepest ramps, but then it will not be so difficult. Here we go. After the hardest part, we alternate between small steep slopes and more restful stretches, in the placid shade of the mixed forest of pine and deciduous species and boxwood. Finally, after some antennas, we reach the top, which divides the valleys of Erro and Eskirotz. Once over the top, Zubiri is less than an hour away at a normal pace. We cross the road with caution and enter the forest again to begin the descent. We pass by the ruins of the Venta del Puerto, a former inn and hostel for all passers-by, as described by Don Elias Valiña in his Compostela Pilgrim's Guide. With speed among pines and bushes that surround the road, we reach the friendly Jacobean town of Zubiri, crossing the Arga River over the famous Puente de la Rabia. Once we have visited this town, we cross the bridge again to go to the facilities of the company Magnesitas Navarra, which has one of its deposits here. The landscape that it draws is not very charming, but soon it will change with the arrival of the picturesque village of Ilarratz, with its large houses adorned with flowers. If we have forgotten to fill the water bottle, we can do it here. Along a stretch of asphalt, we reach the next village, Eskirotz, leaving the well-kept chapel of Santa Lucia on the right. After a steep descent, a pleasant walk along the river separates us from Larrasoaña. The town is on one side of the road, and to visit it we must cross the medieval bridge over the Arga River. And we arrive at Larrasoaña, the end of our day. But we can sleep here, in Zubiri or in any small town that has accommodation. The important thing is that you think about the next day's stage to have enough time to visit Pamplona, either if you sleep there or if you are passing through. Buen camino!